What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. My name is Jorge and today we're going to continue our detailing and paint correction series with our 2003 Mach 1 Mustang. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jorge and I love cars and I love everything about cars. And this is my 2003 Mach 1 Mustang, which has been a small little project of mine that we're going to be bringing back to life. I also, of course, have my 2019 Camaro SS, which most of you guys probably already know. Now, sorry about my neighbor is cutting the grass out there. Hopefully it doesn't come through in the audio as much. But if you guys haven't seen my last video, we actually went ahead and removed the front bumper on this 2003 Mach 1 because it was not painted and needed paint, along with the rear trunk lid, because that had to get taken off to fill in some holes from an aftermarket wing, which we have removed and put the stock wing back on. But we removed the bumper and we removed the trunk. And we also washed and clay barred the whole car using a new speed clay type device. So the preparation has already been done. The surface is pretty clean. So now it's actually time to start polishing the car using a machine and some compounds. And I'm going to show you guys just what machine, what compounds I use, and basically show you guys a sample of what you can do and how you can bring it, and give you guys a before and after of this paint, and that way you guys can see just how you can do it yourself and bring the paint back to life on especially something like this, which is 16 years old. So the paint's not in very good condition. It's a lot of swirls, a lot of scratches. So I'm not gonna get rid of 100% of the scratches, but I am going to try my best to remove pretty much 99% of the swirls and bring back that shine that this car once used to have when new. Now, how are we going to do that? Let me guys show you exactly the products that we're going to be using to bring this car back to life. The most important thing that you're going to need is, of course, the polisher. And the polisher of choice, the one that I've used and the one that's going to be the most effective, especially for a lot of swirls, is the Flex 3401. This is a dual action polisher that has forced rotation as well. Really, really powerful, really can dig right in and start cutting the top layer of clear and all the scratches, and is very, very, very much one of the best polishers that you can get right now. I've used a bunch of different products, but Adam's products have been my favorite for ease of use, and they've definitely made it a lot easier from the previous times. You now only have two products here for your actual compounds. You have a finishing polish and a heavy correcting compound, and they're all pretty much color coded. So this is a bluish color, which goes of course with your blue foam pads, and I've got two of these here. I've already used this one before, and I've got a brand new blue one here. I also have this orange one, which is supposed to be very similar to this to give you that next medium grade cutting. And then of course you've got your finishing polish, which is the step to get the shine and get all the micro guards scratches out, and that uses this white fine polish pad. It's a lot softer and definitely leaves a better, smoother finish. So when using these, of course, you're going to need detail spray, a lot more than this actually. So you're going to need a lot of detail spray, and you're going to need just a lot of elbow grease, guys. But in a nutshell, this is all you really need. Now, this car doesn't really have a lot of plastic trim or things around it. You do have this here, which you can kind of cover, but what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna coat these exposed areas, like this shaker hood, this cowl here, the mirror, anything that is like a rubber finish, as you guys see here. I'm gonna be using a coating of VRT, similar to what I put on the tires. It's like a rubber dressing, and that is I'm going to coat all this with as a protection layer for the debris and the sling of the compound as you're working it through. It makes it a lot easier for cleanup afterwards. Because we're replacing these headlights, I'm not going to worry too much about doing any type of coating here. But just know that if you are working on your car, you do want to either add some VRT, some tire dressing, or rubber dressing on any rubber areas or any areas that you do not want this compound to be following on. Similar like this rubber piece here. Those are all things that you're going to want to do the vinyl rubber dressing. And of course, for that I'm using this, which is VRP, the vinyl rubber and plastic chemical guys protectant. That with a little applicator is what I'm going to use all around. So we're going to do that first, and then I'm going to go ahead and actually put a painter's tape right across the middle of this fender and start working on this section here to show you guys just how much of a difference a few passes can do. Alright, we've gone ahead and coated everything. As you can see, sometimes you leave a little bit of residue on the paint, so you do want to wipe that off with the clean double-sided tape. Don't worry too much about the glass, but you do want to get rid of all the extra excess little coating on the paint. So now that we've got that taken care of, we can actually start getting to the fun part, and that is actually polishing. Alright guys, so we've got the flex, and I want to show you guys exactly what I mean by rotation and dual action. As you can see here, let's lower the speed down, and you guys can see this machine's got forced rotation, but at the same time this head is also oscillating back and forth. That's going to give you the most effective cutting. So you're always going to want to go with the heaviest cutting compound that you're going to use first. In this case, we're going to go with the heavy correcting compound because this does need heavy correction. So we want to make sure we shake this up really good. It's already been shaken. So this is all we're going to use. As you guys can see, it's just 3 dots to get detail spray and just lightly mist it. Just doesn't need too much, just a small little mist. It gets a little bit, and then now you come here and you're just gonna kind of do somewhat of like a, there you go, come through and pass little spots all the way around, and now you're ready to polish. Now when you're polishing, you're gonna go in nice even layers, up and down, overlapping layers, up or down, and then up and down. And you're going to do that until you'll notice the polish kind of starting to either dust up a little bit or get a little, start kind of clearing out. And then you can come back, wipe it off with a nice microfiber and see what happened to your results. And you might need to do a couple more passes, but we'll see what just one pass will do. Okay guys, so as you can see, I'm already starting to get, I did one pass and it's getting kind of dusty. So what that means is we need to do, whenever it starts to dust up like that, you want to go ahead and use a little bit more of your detail spray on the pad. So you spray it to the pad and then keep working your area. So we're going to put a little bit more. This was just one pass, and let's go ahead and wipe it down and see just if it made any dent or not. Alright guys, so it actually is starting to see it, and check this out. So you can see here, there's definitely some deep scratching here, which we're going to try to keep working our way at and removing. But you see here, it's starting to bring back some of that deep gloss, and you can see the big difference when you're going from the hood, which is super hazy, super basically cut up around, and this side that is starting to, the haze is starting to kind of go away. So we're now moving on to the finishing polish, and the finishing polish is a white base color, and of course you use a white pad. This one's a little pink because of course I'm using detail spray and it kind of changes the color, but already, I mean, I can see a big difference even just with the lighting from my garage, guys. Can't wait to do, we're gonna go ahead and do about another 5 passes of the finishing polish to equal the number of passes we did with the heavy correcting polish, and when we're done we'll go ahead and see what the final results are. So guys, we've gone ahead and done our 5 passes with the finishing polish, and all I can say is wow. So check out the end result. I mean, that is spectacular. I hope the camera can pick up just the difference. Again, it's not 100%, but you see this that's been polished. Now let's jump over to where it hasn't. That makes such a big difference, doesn't it, guys? Now, the big moment of truth, let's go ahead and remove this tape and see the real difference. So, we've got the tape out of the way. Now, check that out, guys. Completely polished, not polished. Polished, not polished. I mean, that, guys, is exactly why we do paint correction. I mean, here in the fender, so much clearer here. You guys can see, you know, this side's got the clean, and then bam, this side has still not been paint corrected. I don't know about you guys, but that is impressive. And even like just from here, guys, you can see, I don't know if you can kind of see the lighting is just so much nicer here. Gosh, guys, I am super excited. I can't wait to finish the whole car. And that was just, again, using these 2-step products, which are very easy. This paint is very old and it's got a lot of issues, especially here up front with all the rock chips and everything. It's very difficult to try to get everything completely removed, but this is gonna look so much better than this once it's out in the sunlight, guys. I can't wait to finish the whole car and show you guys the final result. Alright guys, so there you have it. That is the steps on how to polish the car. I do have to go ahead and do this whole car, which is very time consuming. It's not something that you guys are going to be able to do right in one afternoon. Some people take, I plan on doing this like in the afternoons, you know, taking my time with it because I want it to come out pretty decent. So in the meantime, of course, my front bumper is getting painted, my trunk lid is getting corrected and painted. And when it's all said and done, this car should really pop and really shine in the sunlight. I'm super excited. I'm not going to bore you guys with me just going through the whole car. You'll have to stay tuned to the next video where we finally finish it up. I'll show you guys the finished result and then also talk to you guys and show you guys how you want to protect this paint job that you just spent hours and hours and hours working on. By sealing it with something like a ceramic coating of some sort. That'll be in the next video, so keep an eye out. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe. Like this video if you do, because the third and final part of this series will be how to make sure that after you spend hours and hours and hours polishing and correcting this paint, you can keep it that way and make sure that you don't end up back with the swirled up dull paint job. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and I'll see you guys in the next video.